Welcome to Auntie's Parenting Tidbits, life hacks for the perfectly imperfect parent. With everything that's gone on this week, in the
What's
wake of George
wrong?
Floyd's death,
What's
I
wrong?
thought it would be remiss of me not to do a parenting segment on how this is affecting our kids. I am a black mom. I have black boys, all boys. Some of my boys are already big black men. The rest of my boys will be big black men over 6 feet tall. They will go from being this cute little kid to being a threat to the police. I have an 11-year-old who's a very sensitive soul who would like to be a police officer when he grows up. He decided a couple years ago, after the death of a black person by the hands of the police, that he needed to be a police officer so that he could protect other black people from police officers killing them. He wants to police black neighborhoods to protect black people from being killed by police officers. That's his goal. A noble goal. So I'm going to interview him. His name is Caden. And we're going to see how all of this is affecting him. People of color are in a unique situation where we have to warn our kids starting very young what to do when you are pulled over by a police officer to try to keep them alive. Telling them things like keep your hands where they can be seen. If you have to reach somewhere, tell the police before you do it. Do it slowly so they can see what you're doing. We have to tell them things like when you're in a store and you're just buying a pack of gum, make sure you get a receipt and a bag so that no one can accuse you of stealing, because these things become dangerous. And then it got dangerous to walk on the street, to run, to barbecue, to sell water, to open up a lemonade stand. And it became a powder keg. And when you have sensitive kids like I do, it becomes worse. So I thought that instead of hearing me talk and hearing my soapbox, we should hear it out the mouth of babes. So I'm going to interview my 11-year-old, who is arguably my most sensitive child. And he's the one who wants to be a police officer and wants to be a police officer so he can stop other police officers from hurting our African American youth. And he wants to protect black neighborhoods. And he says he wants to eventually be SWAT. Let's see how he is processing all this going on in the wake of George Floyd's death. I've kept him from watching a lot of the coverage of the riots and the protests on TV. He's seen a little bit of it, but he has seen the video of the cop um, killing George Floyd. I didn't show it to him. My mother did. She thought he should see it, but he has seen it, and he had a very visceral reaction to it. But I'll let him explain what he thought of it. So, without further ado, I'll introduce you to Caden Washington. Can you tell everybody your name?
My day was good.
Can you tell everybody your name?
Caden.
Okay. Do you remember who George Floyd was?
No.
You remember the video Mamo showed you?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Bad.
Well, first, how old are you?
I'm 11.
And what do you want to do when you grow up?
I have no idea.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
SWAT.
Why do you want to be SWAT?
So I can protect people.
And when you watch the George Floyd video, when you watch the cop hurt George Floyd, what did you think?
Oh, it's stupid.
Can you be more specific, please?
What was bad?
What did you think about it? What did you think when you watched it?
It was sad.
Tell me a little more.
It was sad because that those police officers doesn't like black people.
What did you want to do after you watched it?
Feel I wanna like go to like the spot. Or like go to like the police station and like train.
So what do you think we need to do so that black people don't get hurt by the police?
Hmm.
What do you think we need to do so black people don't get hurt by the police?
Call the cops.
Well, it's the police that are hurting us. So what can we do so that we don't get killed by the police?
Beat them up.
You think beating up the police is gonna help?
No, well, if I had superpowers, I would like beat them up.
If you had superpowers, you would beat them up.
Yeah, like, well, maybe. But like, I always just did like shoot them.
Is, is violence really gonna be the answer?
Huh?
Is hurting them gonna help though?
No,
You think hurting them back is gonna help?
no,
You think being a police officer and helping other people is gonna help more?
no. Well, SWAT is more helper than the police's.
What do you think of the protests that have been on TV?
Huh?
You think the protests that we watched a little bit on TV are helping?
Yeah.
You think those are helping?
No.
No, you don't think those are helping at all?
No.
How about voting? You think when we go out and vote, do you think that's gonna help?
No.
You don't think that's gonna help either?
No, I don't know. This is a very hard question.
That's a very hard question. It is a very hard
It's
question.
not as it's not a hard question.
It is a very hard question. Okay, well here's a question. What do you think of white people? Do you think all white people are bad just
Yes.
because one cop did something?
Yes.
Why do you think all white people are bad?
Because they like doing like bad things, like I know like doing bad stuff, like stealing stuff.
Okay, but your teacher is white. Is she bad?
No.
So all white people can't be bad.
And but just some.
Just some.
Yeah.
Right. Because you have friends that are white and they're not bad, right?
No.
So you can't judge everybody by that one person, right? And are all cops bad?
Some.
Just some? Because we got cops in our family that aren't bad, right? Sekou, you remember him, the big bodybuilder? He's a cop. He's a police chief.
Really?
He's not bad.
I haven't seen him.
I remember he talked to you when y'all went down south without me.
Wait, where?
Remember when you went down south without me?
No.
You don't remember when you went to Alabama without me?
I do remember, but I just
Do you
don't
remember
know.
Sekou being there? Big bodybuilder, bald head.
What building?
Do you remember the black guy with the bald head?
Who?
Sekou.
I don't know what Seiko is.
Okay, he's a cop. He's a police chief.
Okay.
He's not bad.
Okay.
Cousin Boo's husband is a cop. He's not bad.
Okay.
So not all cops are bad, right?
No.
It's just some.
Yeah.
And you're going to be a good police officer and you're going to keep us safe so that other police officers aren't bad and don't kill us, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes. Ask it.
Okay. If you could do one thing that could save somebody else from being hurt by a police officer, what would you do?
Shoot them.
Shoot them.
Huh?
Shoot them.
Yeah.
How would that help?
Well, don't want to worry about it. Like, other people like surround them, like with their hands.
Because that would get you in trouble if you shot him. Because now you would be put in jail for murder.
But I don't know. That's like a hard question. I don't know it.
Could you videotape it so people could see it and they could get arrested?
Yes.
Would that be something you could do?
Maybe, I don't know.
Could you get people to help? It's a hard question to think about.
No.
Are you still angry?
A little bit.
You're still a little bit angry?
Yeah.
It's okay to be angry.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna get better or you think it's gonna get worse? How the police treat us. Do you think it's gonna get better or do you think it's gonna get worse?
What do you mean?
How the police treat black people. Do you think it's gonna get better or do you think it's gonna get worse?
Worse.
Think it's gonna get worse?
Yeah.
You think when you're driving that it's gonna be worse? Remember, you're 11, so you're gonna be driving in like 4 years.
I'll be like 12.
In 4 years, you're gonna be able to drive.
What, when I'm 12?
No, in 4 years, you're gonna be able to drive.
What do you mean?
In 4 years, you're 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can get your permit. You'll be able to drive when you have your permit.
What, when
5 years, you'll have a full license.
What? No, no. I'm gonna, like, it only gonna take, like, I mean, it's only gonna take me a hard time to.
Yeah, that's why I worry that you're gonna get pulled over by the police. I worry about you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing the interview with me, Mr. Caden. Thank you. Please subscribe and we'll be seeing you.